Get in, nerds. We are playing Burden of Command. We are on the phone and in the midst of an interactive fiction section. We're still in Anzio. We haven't gone anywhere since the end of last episode. So let's get started. Knuckle Company, the voice of the phone says after Sparks passes it over to you. Good enough. I was going to have to talk to you anyway. You can't place the voice, but it comes through arrogant and reedy, as if it belongs to the kind of guy who's got called sir even out of uniform. You have a feeling it wouldn't be a good idea to get on this guy's wrong side. I wonder if it's our umpire from Camp Pickett. At 0800 tomorrow, 2 medium tanks will move up to your rear positions. Your company will escort them forward and prepare hull down positions for them just in front of your forward positions. Do you understand? 0800, that's broad daylight. The tanks will be fired on. I'll need more details, sir. Fuck, that's suicide. I'll need more details, sir. I've given you everything you need to know, the voice notes. Moving tanks in broad daylight in full view of the Germans is bad enough, but if he wants your men to dig tank-sized holes in the ground while exposed to enemy fire... The risks are too great, sir. Captain, I'm well aware of that, the voice replies, but that does not change either the spirit or the letter of the instructions which you received. When the tanks arrive, your company will prepare positions for them and escort them into those positions. Now, you may have misgivings about this, but I strongly recommend you do as you're told. I can't in good conscience obey. Refuse the order, negative career impact. I understand, sir. Prepare for battle. Ooh, what an interesting proposition. Negative career impact. What an interesting thing to exist in the fiction. Here's where I'm at with this. I suspect that this is not going to skip the battle. It doesn't say skip the battle. This one says prepare for battle, but this one doesn't say we're not going to do it. I personally, as a player and as a Let's Player, do want to do this mission because I've heard details about it and that it's an interesting and exciting one. I think this is what's in character, but I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm just skipping. No, you know what? I'm just going to trust the game. Can in good conscience obey. And if that means skipping the battle, then it is what it is. Silence. Just your breath in your ears. From the other side of the line, nothing. Very well, the voice replies in quiet and even tones. I hope you know what you're doing, son, because those tanks will still be there at 0800. With a click, the line goes dead. Alright, so we're still going to fight the battle. You brief your officers as best you can. Good thing, too, because the tanks arrive early. The Germans must see them, and there is going to be a fight regardless of what you want. Wonderful. The mission, move a tank to each objective. The men suffer no more than very light casualties. Okay. Withdraw disabled. Consider preserving your men. Withdraw button enabled by scenario-specific objectives. Alright, so I got 11 turns. Wow. You want a tank here and a tank here. 2 big coffins. Maneuver the tanks out of the objectives, then bring up an infantry unit adjacent to them. Keep the men there. It will take several turns to dig the tank in. So, well, at least we got visibility to where the enemy's at. The mission is currently a draw. To get a minor victory, we need to capture at least 1 objective, a major victory 2. The men, same as it ever was. So, how do I want to do this? I got my 50 cals. I got Stern here. Got Thompson over here in his usual positions. But the enemy's got their... What are you? You're a heavy MG? You're a heavy MG. What? No, okay, alright. It would have been extremely funny if the game had indicated to me that I'm not to move this piece but still allowed me to do it. That would have been extremely funny. All right, so I got 2 tanks. Shermans. Okay, we got Shermans at least. Lieutenant Usvik and a Sherman. So how do I want to go about this? I'm definitely going to start with weapons platoons, same as I always do. I think that's just sensible. And let's deal as much suppression to these enemy MGs as we can. First of all, do we have any support? We got our very own mortar. Do I have any extra support? I do not. All right. So, yeah, let's get started with our 50 cals. This one can for sure pound on this MG. What about this MG? Not close enough. All right. So that's a shame. But before we do this... Okay, so this MG can't really see much except for here. But they can see over here, which is rough. This MG can cover only this approach and over here. This MG can cover all this garbage, and this MG can cover all this garbage. So, really, these ones are our priorities, but I don't think this one can shoot any of them. So, we'll just get started here. Bracka, bracka, bracka. Nice, got some experience. No suffering suppression, so they're down to down extremely bad. Let's also shoot at one of these units. Just to deal some extra suppression in here.
What's your flank?
Beautiful. Alright, that unit's undaunted, which means there's probably a leader either in there or nearby. This MG has the ability to shoot these units. That's interesting. We'll start with the other 50 cal, though, first. Let's take a look. High suppression here. High suppression here. They're expected to suppress back. This one less so. And what can I see to fire the mortars at? Expected suppression 5. Expected suppression 5. Okay. Let's start by suppressing here with the mortars. Suppress them with the mortars. They're undaunted. Ooh, don't love that. But I dealt a bunch of shock over here. Oh my gosh, can I shoot them again? Did the mortars get extra shots? I think they did. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, nope, I'm just holding a machine gun. That was not what I wanted. That's okay. These things happen. I took a bunch of suppression on Stern, but, you know, whatever it is, what it is. Alright, we will shoot at these MG positions with our 50 cal as well. They've become undaunted, but they didn't successfully shoot back super good, so that's okay. They still got shots, which I don't love. Oh no, they did shoot back. We're one lower in morale than we had been. I can still hit them, but my initiative win chance is not very high. But they will not be able to shoot back, it looks like. That can't be right. What are you? You're an 18 No, you have the ability to shoot me back. Why are you pretending you won't? Telling lies. That's not going to work. Okay, and then what about if I take command of this MG over here? Don't have the range to shoot at that unit. Could shoot at these units, but that's not the best call. This is a risk. It says we're not going to get shot back. Oh, no, it just doesn't know because it doesn't know what kind of a unit that is. That's okay. Let's pound some of these units.
Shift fire.
Just as long as we're playing around with MGs.
Keep moving.
This MG's got more shots. We'll just keep taking pot shots at him. Heard of my new my new soldier, pot shots at him. All right.
Watch your flag.
That's weapons platoon. The mortars can shoot again. Well, the mortars have... Okay, the mortars do have the ability to shoot again. So, if I move Captain Murphy up here, up to somewhere where he can see the situation, then I could position myself to further use those mortars again. And I think that's what I'm going to do to round out the turn. I'm way back here. I don't want to be way back there. Dependable. I like to think so, at least.
Keep moving.
This muddy ground is really slowing things down. I'm risking it. Beautiful. Alright, I really want to whack one of these MGs. I think I gotta hit this one. Getting full suppression on this one would be really good. So let's give it a shot. Ah, they're undaunted. That's okay. Alright, that is Stern. Let's see what the enemy does. Okay, well, that's not a shocker. Hey, we shot back, though. He shot at me again.
Los, weiterfeuern! Mickey Mouse ist kaputt! Was
You're
ist ein
kaputt.
Cottonbaler?
Hold on, excuse me? Oh, no, that has to be them rallying those other squads. I'm like, did they rally after shooting? That shouldn't be allowed. Alright. Let's, wow, these tanks are making it frickin' anywhere.
Go, go, go!
Move here, can they then get into this trench? They can.
Reloading!
They didn't say anything about bogging down. And we gotta put the tanks in off-road positions anyway, so
Reloading!
we're gonna have to be able to...
Shift gears!
You gonna shoot me? You gonna shoot me? I'm a tank. I'm a tank, and it's a real tank, too. Not just a freaking, what you call it? A freaking, Stewart. You range or not? Yeah, range. You got one more tick. Alright, let's see if my tanks can take multiple shots. I see... What are you? You're... Excuse me a moment. Panzerschreck. Okay, yeah, that boy's a rocket launcher. Alright, so... I'll take a cue from the AI and shoot at that.
Hit him first!
Get kaboomed, idiot.
Keep your heads down.
And do I have the ability to shoot again? I do not. But I have the ability to move again, which is interesting. Let's get...
Go, go, go!
I think the Sherman has better frontal and side armor than the Panzer III. So I'm not super worried about, or at least equivalent, so I'm not super worried about being shot at with a machine gun, with one of these heavy machine guns, because I didn't have much ability at all to shoot at the enemy. So I'm going to get up into this cover position. Again, my tanks don't shoot more than once, but
Hit the dirt.
that is what it is.
I think I got one.
How do I want to approach this? I would like to take out this.
Move up!
Enemy MG. And a tank is just the thing to do that with. I should be able to spot them from here. Yes? Yes, I can.
Shift fire! Stay on line!
Sir? Sir? Alright, that's got them properly suppressed. These units are still not as suppressed as I would like, but that is our armor. For the turn. Alright, they rallied. I could press and hit them again, but I don't think that would be useful. Now, this situation up here. I really would like to take out this MG. Deal some more damage to them. I don't need to get my units up there until the tanks are in position, though. So I could simply get my units creeping forwards. Then again, this enemy MG still has one shot, and that's I know how to fear an MG. So let's move up slowly. Let's creep up. I'm not in a hurry here.
Hit the dirt!
If I get into one of these spots, I could shoot. But that's a big risk if I do. We will also creep this squad forward, staying in the heaviest cover we can find. Beautiful. We remain unseen. Alright, that's all for Lieutenant Thompson.
Das ist ein Backofen hier!
Okay. Wasn't the MG, was it? It was. Bastards. That's okay. I think this MG can't shoot much that I would be concerned about, except for down here. We can shoot my lines. But let's... So this MG is cowering here. This MG, though, has full visibility. And this MG does as well. So I need to be very careful. This MG has already spent all its shots. But this one is not cowering. So I need to be conscientious and not do anything silly. These have the ability to shoot down here. Let me take a quick kind of range here. I do 18. 4. So 8, 12, 16, 18. So you can shoot around this region. Yeah, you can shoot it where these units are, but not down here. So I think now it's time for Dearborn.
Shift fire. Shift fire.
God, creeping in the open is dangerous. Dearborn is not...
I think I got one.
But I'm going to try it.
Keep moving. I think I got one. Watch your
Take
fire.
cover!
Uh-oh. Huh, just a little combat shock. Nothing serious, nothing serious.
Don't give him an inch.
If I activate this MG... I don't have the ability to shoot anything I would want to shoot with this MG, so we won't worry about it. Alright, I'm going to try this. This might be a giant mistake. We'll find out. Alright. Now... I'm going to move forward. Don't shoot me, bro. Alright, we're good. Whew. Oh, this game puts the fear in you. That's for sure.
Reloading. Keep moving.
I'm going to inch this squad forward one more. They might get shot at. I'm hoping not, but we'll see. They have been spotted, but not shot at. They have been spotted, but not shot at. Alright, we'll creep this squad as well. No, this squad has... Before we do this, let's move them here.
Hit him hard.
We're still spotted. Let's head into this house. We'll stay hidden there until next turn. Okay, enemy rallying their squads. Oh, running up into the action, eh? Taking a smooth little trip to Mistakesville, are we? Interesting.
Stay down.
I got an MG active, so let's pound away at these units while we're, just as long as we're an MG. Very nice. And we will shoot at this one as well.
Steady fire.
Nice. All right, that unit has become undaunted. And then don't have the ability to shoot any of these units, so we'll just hit this one again. And I took command of this unit with Lieutenant Murphy, so that should mean I still have the ability to get other commanders ready to go. So let's start in with Lieutenant Rao's turn. We will creep into this heavy cover here. Okay, didn't get spotted. That is very good. Now. If I creep forward with this unit, does that make sense? I think it actually does.
Stay close.
Okay, we have been spotted. But we are in cover. Let's get into slightly better cover and see if we can get hidden again. We did. We did not. Lieutenant Rao's hidden, the squad is not. Alright, so finally... Oh, I made a mistake because I'm not going to get to move this unit at all. That's alright. Alright, well, that is a turn. Let's see what the enemy does. We are once again on this map. I know y'all are getting tired of this map, but it is what it is. Did they rally that MG? No, it's got to be one of these other units. Oh, a lot of German units over here. Man, we're way off in Risksville here. I think that is all for this turn.
Scheiße! Geht's die Sohlmäuschen.
Wow, enemy's got a lot of officers this time. Golly. I got a bad feeling about this battle, lads. Alright, that is turn 1. And that is all we've got time for this episode. My nerds, I have had fun. I hope you all have had fun. And I will see you on the other side.